Hello, I'm Laren. Welcome to my backyard once again for day 18 now of Sun Salutations. My dogs are hanging out here with me. I hope you find them as joyful to have around as I do. If you'd like more resources with me, you can look at my website, yellowumbrellayoga.com. For today, let's begin our Sun Salutations with a soft warm-up, first laying down on our backs. Try to lay your whole spine down, removing any pockets of air from underneath you, noticing what a flat spine feels like. Let your knees be pointing skyward with both feet placed on the mat. Reach your hands along your sides and place your heels so that you can just dust the backs of them with your fingertips. Make fists with both hands and pound them into the ground. Just root down there. Let your arms be active. Press into both feet and lift your hips. Let the back of your neck be long here. Press the back of your head into the mat as well, along with your shoulders. Avoid looking to either side in this pose. This is bridge pose. Let's begin to pair our breath with this movement. So lower back down to your back on the mat. Let your hips be the last thing to set down. Inhale, tip your front hip points towards your knees, creating a little pocket of air under your lumbar spine. Keep inhaling, pressing into your feet and your pounding fists, lifting your hips. Notice your belly lift on the inhale here. Exhale as everything lowers to the mat. One vertebra at a time here if you can. Set your hips down last. Move with your breath. Inhale, fill up your belly, tip your hips forward towards your lap. Press into your feet to rise. Inhale a little more. Exhaling, lower. Let your spine snake down to the mat, letting each vertebra become heavier than the one before it. Pausing in heaviness with a flat back. Maybe take a breath here. Just feel your belly lift away from the mat as your spine stays connected. Exhale, become a little heavier still. Inhale, keep moving. Tip your front hip points towards your knees. Press into your feet, active arms. Let your heart rise between your arms. Pressing into the backs or tops of your shoulders, letting the back of your neck be long as well. Inhale, press a little more. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips here. Exhale, lower. Return to the mat. Heel toe your feet a little wider, bringing the pinky edges of both feet to the outer edges of your mat. Exhale, send your knees to the right. Send your gaze to the left. Inhale, lift through center. And exhale to the other side. Knees to the left. Your gaze goes towards to the right. Towards your right shoulder. Your breath, your pace. Inhale to lift. Exhale to windshield wiper your shins to the other side. Getting a soft twist. One more round. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees lower. Press into your heels. Inhale, lift. Last time, other side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift to center. Bring your knees towards your chest, lift your feet, hug your legs, making a little ball. Let your back still be heavy on the mat. Start to rock back and forward, creating a little momentum, giving your spine a little massage, letting the mat create a little cushion to do so. When you're ready, roll up, press up, find your way to a toe balance. Make it fun, accept whatever comes. Send your hips to the sky for a fold. Heel toe your feet apart about hips distance. Make fists with both hands and place them side by side in between your feet. Don't mind pilot. This will bring your feet hopefully to a good spacing for alignment beneath your hips. You can bend your knees as much as needed. Let your face and arms be heavy. Inhale, roll up to standing. Let your shoulders and head be the last to open up and lift. Turn your thumbs outward, shine your palms forward. Press your feet into the ground to grow taller. In mountain pose. Inhale, imagine drawing breath from your toes all the way up to your nose. Exhale, sigh out your mouth. Nice. Inhale, lift your hands up overhead. Connect your palms, dive forward, hinge at your hips. Might feel like you're sticking your butt out behind you. That's okay. Reach towards the mat in a fold. Inhale, half lift. Bring your hands to your shins. Try to neutralize any curvature in your spine. Exhale, fold again. Plant your hands. Step back at your pace. Find downward facing dog. Remember, you always have the option to come down to tabletop instead, if that works better for you today. From downward facing dog or tabletop, find your way to your version of plank today. Press the mat away, lift your spine between your shoulder blades. Keep your belly strong, squeeze your glutes, let your legs be active. Keep your elbows in close, lower to your belly, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale, inflate. Lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look at the mat in front of you for cobra. Exhale, lay back down. Tap your nose. Tuck your toes. Press up, find plank. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Receive a breath here. And with baby steps, walk your feet to meet your hands. Fold at the front of your mat. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale, when you're ready, roll up to standing. Adjust as needed. Take a breath in your mountain pose, standing tall with a firm foundation. I don't know if you all could see that, but a hummingbird just came and visited this spine right in front of me. That was cool. Inhale, reach up high, look at the sky. Connect your palms, dive forward, reach toward the earth, find a fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or thighs. Neutralize the curve in your spine. Make a number 7 with your body. Exhale, pour your belly into your lap, melt your heart forward, reach toward the floor. Plant your hands, spread your fingers wide, step back. Come to plank pose. Let your belly be strong, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press them toward the mat. Shift forward for plank, bringing your shoulders above your hands. Keep your elbows in close, grazing your rib cage as you lower slowly to your belly. Chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale, inflate, lift up for cobra. Exhale, peel down. Lower to the mat. Tap your nose and tuck your toes. Press up for plank. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands, bending your knees as needed. I like to rest my torso on my lap. Fold here, let your head hang heavy. Press into both feet, roll up to standing. Turn your thumbs outward, shine your palms forward, fingers spread wide. Deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out, open mouth. Releasing heat from the body. Inhale, keep moving, lift your hands up. Connect your palms, dive forward, hinge at your hips. Reach toward the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back. Come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, shrug your shoulders. It's okay, Delta. It's okay. Shift forward. Find plank. Press the mat away. Press your heels away. Keep your elbows close. Lower through chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale, inflate. Lift your chest. Cobra. Exhale, lower. Tap your nose. Tuck your toes. Press up for plank. Send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet to meet your hands in a fold. Make it playful if you'd like to add a hop. Press into both feet, roll up to standing. Lift your shoulders and face last. Stand tall and mountain again. Resetting. Can always take a reset. Inhale, hands lift, look up. Exhale, lower your hips, chair pose. Pause here, breathe here. Maybe lowering more on the exhale. Reaching with your hands to counterbalance your weight so you don't feel like you're going to fall down. Find a fold, send your hands to the mat and your hips to the sky. Knees can always bend. Plant your hands, step or hop back, find a plank. Lower to chaturanga, elbows close. Exhale. Untuck your feet. Inhale through cobra. Keep pressing and lifting, extending your arms. Press into the tops of your feet. Find upward facing dog. Squeeze your glutes and let your legs be active so your knees skim off of the mat. Exhale, lower back down to the mat. Tap your nose, tuck your toes, come right up for plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your right foot, three-legged dog. Press into both hands equally. Bring your knee towards your nose as shoulders shift over hands. Step your right foot somewhere in between your hands. Runner's lunge. Take a little step in with your back foot, sending your toes towards 10 o'clock. Inhale to lift, find warrior one. Squeeze your left glute, dig your heel in behind you, bend your right knee. Scoot your front foot forward if you'd like to sink a little lower. But avoid bringing your knee past your ankle, that's less supportive. Release both hands to your sides. See if you can clasp them behind you. Squeeze them away from your seat to open your chest. Deep breath in. If you'd like a little more, begin to fold. Bring your right shoulder towards your right knee. Humble warrior. Continue to breathe here, even though the world looks upside down. Squeeze your hands behind you to lift. Press into your right foot. Release the clasp of your fingers and reach up high. Take in the sounds around. You might be hearing dogs barking in the background here. Let this be a pleasant part of your experience. You can always cue up a playlist in the background. Dive forward, plant your hands, send your right foot to the sky, three-legged dog. You can lower your right foot or practice a three-legged vinyasa. Take your plank pose and your chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale, press up for cobra or upward facing dog. Lower to the mat. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Press up for plank. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot. Exhale, step forward. Bring your right toes in and towards 2 o'clock. I should rephrase that. Bring your right foot in and send your toes out towards 2 o'clock. When your foundation's set, press into both feet. Reach up high, warrior one, other side. Adjusting as needed. Front left knee bends, back right heel digs in. Lower your hands to your sides. Take the opposite thumb on top as you clasp them behind, squeezing them towards the floor to open your chest towards the sky. On an exhale, bring your left shoulder towards your bent front left knee. Bowing down, squeezing hands up high behind you. Humble warrior. Continue to breathe here. Again, taking in this new perspective. Embracing the experience, strange though it may feel. Squeeze your hands, lifting them behind you, helping you stand up. Press into your front foot. Release your hands, reach up high, warrior one on the other side. Dive forward, plant your hands. Step back with your right foot. Send your left foot to the sky for three-legged dog. option to practice a three-legged vinyasa. Find your plank pose. Keep elbows close, move through chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift. Find cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower to the mat. Send your hips towards your heels. Take child's pose. Stack your palms face down. Rest your forehead. Tap back in if you can to that ocean breath, that ujjayi breath, that whisper in the back of your throat. Notice the warmth you've created. Exhale out of your mouth to release heat from the body. Inhale, draw in a full, fresh breath. Let it be slow rather than gasping for air. Reassuring yourself that more is on the way. When you're ready, stretch both wide handprints out in front of you. Come onto your elbows to tuck your toes. Press into hands and feet. Lift your hips for downward facing dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands in a fold. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes, ending on a positive. Press into both feet, rise slowly to standing. Let your arms be heavy. Taking a breath in mountain pose. Take another breath in mountain pose. Inhale, reach out, reach up, look up, lower your hips for chair. Inhale, exhale, lower more. Dive forward. Inhale, lift your hips, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, take downward facing dog. Step on the gas in both hands, taking weight out of the wrists. Shift forward, find today's plank, or right now's plank. It may or may not look like those that came before, only moments ago. Keep your elbows close, lower to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale, inflate, peel up, press up, upward facing dog. Let your collarbones smile. Squeeze your glutes. Lower to the mat. Tuck your toes, press up for a plank. Send your hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right foot. Exhale, bend your knee, step forward. Runner's lunge. Step in with your back foot, setting up for warrior one. Press into your feet, lift your hands, look up at the sky. Receive a breath in. Maybe blow in the wind. Maybe fall over. All of these are acceptable. Dive forward, plant your hands, frame your foot. Step back with your left. Send your right foot to the sky. Take your vinyasa, find plank, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift. Upward facing dog. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes. Press up for plank. Send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot. Exhale, big step forward. Little step forward with your back foot. Set yourself up. Plan ahead. Root down to rise up. Look at the sun. Be bright. Again, maybe swaying in the wind. Pressing into both feet to stand tall. On an exhale, dive forward, plant your hands. Step back with your right foot. Send your left foot to the sky. Take your vinyasa, find plank. Yogi push-up, lower to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Take an extra breath and heaviness. Take child's pose. Receive a breath here in comfort. Come on to your forearms. Tuck your toes. Press into hands and feet. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Walk forward. Make this super slow. Bending your knees as needed. Making your way to a fold. Heel toe your feet apart to the wide edges of your mat. Keep your keep your knees pointing the same direction as your toes. You can reach forward and take hold of the outer edges of your mat if it helps as you lower your hips towards the mat for a squat. If you'd like, you can come up, pressing your palms together in center and pressing your elbows on the insides of both knees. So this is a nice hip stretch. Reach forward and let yourself roll back. Lay down, be long. Reach hands overhead, reach heels away. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Be heavy. Let go of any effort. Let go of any control of your breath and just let it wash over you. Let it fill you up and let it go naturally. Notice how you feel. Spend a moment in appreciation for the work you've done here for yourself. Maybe making you stronger, maybe increasing your stamina for whatever else you may face today. When you're ready, reach hands towards the sky like Frankenstein. Slowly sit up, reach towards your toes. Maybe take a fold here sitting. Inhale, lift up, sit up tall. Nice work. That's all for today. See you for day 19 tomorrow. Have a good one.